What if I told you, one of the biggest reasons people doubted Michael Jackson was something he couldn't control? Not surgery. Not makeup. Not trying to be someone else. A medical condition. And the world misunderstood it. When people talk about Michael Jackson, they talk about the moonwalk. They talk about Thriller. They talk about The Voice. But they also talk about his skin. And for years, millions of people believed he was changing his skin on purpose. But the truth is more complicated. And more human. Michael Jackson had a condition called vitiligo. Vitiligo is a skin disorder where the body loses pigment. It happens when the cells that produce melanin stop working or die. The result? White patches begin to appear on the skin. And for someone constantly under bright stage lights, those patches become impossible to hide. In the early 1980s, people started noticing changes. His skin tone looked lighter. Rumors exploded. He's bleaching. He hates himself. He wants to be white. But vitiligo doesn't care about fame. It doesn't care about race. It doesn't care about public opinion. It spreads. And for someone whose image was watched by the entire world, every small change became global news. Here's the psychological part. People don't like uncertainty. When they don't understand something, they create a story that makes sense to them. And in Michael's case, the story became bigger than the truth. Instead of seeing a man dealing with a medical condition, many saw symbolism. Conspiracy. Identity crisis. But sometimes the simplest explanation is the real one. He had vitiligo. Imagine being the most famous person on earth, and watching your own face change in front of millions. Imagine cameras zooming in. Headlines mocking you. Comedians turning your condition into jokes. Vitiligo can affect confidence. It can affect self-image. It can affect mental health. And Michael was already living under extreme pressure. The outside world saw transformation. He saw loss of control. To even out the patches, he used makeup and treatment. As the lighter areas spread, it became easier to even out his skin tone rather than try to darken specific spots. This wasn't about becoming someone else. It was about trying to look consistent on camera. Trying to survive the spotlight. This story isn't just about Michael Jackson. It's about how quickly society judges what it doesn't understand. It's about how rumors spread faster than medical facts. And it's about how fame doesn't protect you from being misunderstood. Michael Jackson wasn't changing his race. He was managing a skin condition. But in a world obsessed with appearance, the truth didn't travel as fast as the gossip. And sometimes, the most painful battles are the ones people turn into entertainment. If you enjoyed this deeper look into the psychology behind public perception, subscribe for more stories about the human side of legends. Because sometimes, what the world laughs at, is what someone else is quietly fighting.